Okay, so front side pain in the shoulder. Maybe it's been going on in the gym. You've been noticing it with a few different movements, toes to bar, some bar work, overhead pressing, bench pressing. It's there, it's annoying. So I wanted to create this video to give you a better idea of what typically causes that discomfort and what you could do to approach it to ideally make it feel better. So, and the front side of that shoulder, oftentimes the bicep tendon runs right across through there, and that front part of the shoulder capsule typically gets stressed. It compensates oftentimes for a muscle imbalance, a lack of strength and stability, especially through those rotator cuff muscles. The bicep tendon typically gets blamed. Now, you've been feeling it, it's been in more than a few days. What to do about it? That biceps tendon oftentimes gets overworked with rotation of the shoulder. So you want to try to find ways to really establish and get full rotation back into your shoulder joint. An easy way to do it is using a band attached to a fixed point. If you have a voodoo band as well, you could wrap this around your shoulder joint. It's nice when you have someone there to do it because you could get a decent amount of tension, and you would wrap it right in that front area where it bothers you. But chances are you may not have one yet. So you would just take a band, and we're just working on creating some rotation back into that shoulder joint. Now here you're pulling back and you're trying to rotate that forearm as much as you can towards the ceiling each time. Ideally, after about 15-20 reps, you're feeling the back part of that shoulder kick in and not as much the front. You may feel the front a little bit, and that's something you may have to work through in the beginning of these, but you're finding ways to create that rotation and start to feel the back side. Once you get comfortable straight on with your body, rotate your body away, and it's the same type of motion. We want to get that shoulder used to rotating in all different angles, all different positions, so that bicep's not feeling like it needs to take over all the time. So it's a pull, it's a rotation. Now, if you're still feeling that bicep kind of take over a bit, you could even do this sitting down with the elbow rested and just kind of rotating that elbow as it's rested on something, and that will give that bicep a little less need to kick in as well. So you get some rotations turned away, you have your rotations straight on, 15-20 reps, high volume. Then you can work on stretching and mobilizing that tissue. Reach behind the back a little bit here, and you're just working on keeping the shoulder blades pinched back and then just rotating your torso and body away. And here we're mobilizing a lot of this front side tissue. There's a lot of traffic of tissue that happens in the front side of the shoulder. So by opening up that front capsule, stretching out the bicep tendon attachment point, we're creating a little more freedom for those tissues to move and glide and slide and do all that they need to do. So you're working this rotation here. You may notice one side is tighter than the other, and that's normal, especially if you've been dealing with some discomfort and limitations on that side. And once you feel like you've mobilized a good amount, same thing, 10, even more reps here. And you're trying to get a few rounds with both of them. You then want to start challenging the endurance of the rotator cuff muscles. So a light kettlebell, anywhere from like 10 to 20 pounds, and you're working on getting into a waiter's carry position. The key here is really trying to press that elbow forward and maybe come out to the side a little bit. And if we're doing this right, we'll feel tissues underneath the armpit and behind the shoulder kick in instead of the front side of the shoulder. And you can see there's a little bit of shakiness with the bottoms up position. You're aiming here, can you get past 25, 30 seconds? You could walk around, but you want to get more endurance with this here. The rotator cuff, it's not a big strength muscle, and it's an endurance muscle. So if that endurance isn't there, it's not going to be there throughout the entirety of your workout, hence the biceps takes over a little bit more. So you really want to establish a nice position, elbow forward, maybe elbow out to the side and shoulder out to the side a bit, and see if you could isolate that back area. If you can't, you may have to start with a lighter weight than you intended to, and then build up your endurance from there. 25, 30, 35 seconds. Really try to build up your endurance here. The more endurance that you have with this, the better the chance that biceps is doing less work, the rotator cuff's doing what it needs to do, and hopefully that front side shoulder pain is on its way to stop limiting you in your workouts and in your daily life. So check it out. If you need help with more instruction, more videos on front side shoulder pain, check out our links below. We'll be glad to help you out there.